All right, guys, we are going on back into game number two. So I hope you're all ready. We're gonna hop right in. Had to cut the replay short because things are lightning fast here sometimes. So I hope you're all excited for game number two. See what Pridestark can do to help make the dream of the Lions Den proud. Uh, because well, that wasn't that was not what would probably make the Lions proud or their pride proud. But they definitely show they have the capability to do it. Now, the execution along with the draft didn't work for them. So hopefully this time around in their draft, it will. We started things off with the Garage Band and the Asmodin Band, which is even more potent in a lot of cases on this map because you have an objective. Well, I guess it's equally as potent because it's roughly the same way to go. We got the Urel and Rainer band out as well, and well, standard bans for White Walkers, and the Genji will be seeing some action this time around. And we're going to get Diablo and Decker King coming on for the White Walkers. I like this because if you can get the root, if Genji comes on in and you have Diablo wall bang him and into overpower root combo, Genji is almost certainly dead. All right, so Blaze and Alex Strauza. We're flipping the tables a little bit here. Switching the Decker, switching the Alex Strauza. The Blaze should be a little more potent in this composition, largely because you have the APOC or Lightning Breath that can come on out here. Now, Alet's getting banned out again with his Alarak. I don't know if this is a big deal. Like the Alarak ban, I understand it, but they just got, you know, taken to school and taught how to play Sonya because Alet's doing some major work last game. Ooh, Cassia, what is this? We're getting some spicy choices here. I'm not sure how I feel about the Cassia, largely because of the fact that we're not seeing anything that would be blind worthy on the side of Pridestark Gaming. So Johanna and Gul'dan, a little bit of a takeaway from the Cassia, but I don't think they were going to take Johanna for Cassia. At this point, they could have theoretically had Johanna solo lane. It would be a weird choice, but it would have made sense if they wanted to really have like Cassia do even more work. Now, Stitches is coming out and it's playtime because there's a lot of booty for Stitches to grab onto. And well, there's Blaze who they can grab, pull on back, and then body block him from queuing on out. Or if he, jet propulsions on in and tries to leave, Stitches can send him back in. Now, I really like the Gul'dan pick here. With a double front line, he can chew through HP pulls. The problem is, against this double front line, Stitches can pull him back, especially if he's life draining or draining life, and Diablo can wall bank him, especially when he's just sitting there draining life, and or overpower him to interrupt him. So you have a lot of ways to keep drain life from getting much effectiveness. However, they do need to get through a Johanna and a Blaze. So those are some big bodies to keep in the way of Gul'dan, and hopefully that big old body can keep the duo of Stitches and Diablo from getting to the backside of Pridestark Gaming. If it doesn't, well, Cassia and Jaina are going to start tearing through the front line with the combination of sustained damage that they both have available to them. Now, we're going to be heading on into the game number 2 of this series. And we're going to have Hollis on the Johanna, Richard Gere on the Alex Straza. We got French on the Gul'dan, Skigum on that Genji, Tithel on the Blaze. And that is going to be Pridestark Gaming. Hopefully this time they will make the Pride proud. On the other side, we got Claws on the Stitches, Asterisk on that Deckard Cain. We got Peter on the Diablo, Jurassic on the Cassia, and Aletz playing the Jaina. I have yet to see him play essentially a non-melee character, so this will be the first time I get to see that. So we're going to see pretty much the usual stuff. Thunderstroke, we have Heavy Slam, Fingers of Frost, and Feast on Fear. The hook coming on out, not going to catch anyone out there at this moment. We also have Hold Your Ground. So Hold Your Ground makes a lot of sense against the double CC of the slows, the stuns, a nice blind and root coming on out. Alet's taking a lot of damage. Gigam trying to finish him off, and it will go down. But Tithel in tow as he will join the Ice Queen. So the footsie battle did result in a very good beginning for Pridestark Gaming. The one thing to keep in mind is that their solo lane is going to be significantly more awkward, with Claws having to go up against the Blaze. Now, any other things to note? We are going to get the Echo Corruption and Neural Stimpack on the other side. Cassia just sitting on lane. I'm not sure if they're going to try to rotate her or not here, or just sit. Aletz needs to be careful. Oh no, Aletz, do not go that far forward. Okay, the Blizzard coming on out, but getting chunked out of her mind. Aletz already down to less than half life, but will start getting killed up by Asterisk. So, Aletz might be showing a little bit of that I play melee mostly kind of mentality, and walking on in forgetting that he's playing or she's playing Jaina. Ooh, a nice pull on back from Claws, but Tithel does have the jet propulsion available. This is why this is a very awkward laning situation. I'm not sure how I feel overall about opting for a non-traditional solo laner. Oh, Peter coming on in with all of Diablo's love and joy of wall banging, but he will have to back on out. In the meantime, camp was delayed, but at a cost to both teams between HP and mana being burnt on it. So the invade didn't really work out too well for them, and well, they will just have to play the long game here, as it's not going to be quite like the first game where they really showed a dominant performance. Merc's being picked on up in the bot, in the mid, so they need to clear both of these out. But they are actually collapsing. They do have vision. Jurassic is going to see this. Peter able to get on the point if he so chose, but will back out instead, eating a bunch of corruption stacks in the meantime. Taking a quick look, we have 14 out of the 40 needed for Echoed Corruption. So, top lane, neither team picking up their bruiser camp, not macroing for that. In the meantime, they'll be able to start this up pretty quickly. Between French and Tithel and Richard Gere, they have a ton of clear here, and they need to get on this really, really quickly. They're already at almost 20. Nice charge from Peter. The overpower on back. He will have the agility to jump on out. And there they go, looking for Blaze. Blaze getting so much damage. The Blizzard on top of him. The Condemned from Hollis, however, will slow down their pursuit. And Tithel will live. And at this point, they are going to have to give up the objective, as it's way far gone. So, early game going over Pridestark Gaming this time, and we are going to see the full slam build as sort of expected here, and they will need to start getting their A game here, White Walkers, if they want to stay in this one. So we got the leap on over. Peter taking a ton of damage once again. Does have the potion available. We'll pick it up. And this Punisher gets a decent amount of value. They get the front towers. They're working on the last one. And there they go. They get the 2 towers out of the level 1. They are ahead in XP, but very, very minor overall. Bot lane's being pushed in. Top lane is still the awkward Stitches battle, and Blaze will maintain his lane superiority overall, so I don't expect that to really change for a good chunk of this game. Hull is very deep over here. He should be fine. I mean, he can always pop that Iron Skin in case he sees Peter charging on in. And Fingers of Frost, let's take a look, is at 8 right now. 67 stacks of the Blackstone Souls, and Echo Corruption now at 21, and 17 on the Thunderstroke. So they're a bit of a scaling team between the combination of Souls that you pick up and Thunderstroke stacks and Jaina stacks. On the other side, though, Echoed Corruption is also a stacking quest, and that one, when it completes, basically doubles French's damage output. Peter coming on in. They're going to spot this out. A lot of damage, but not too much to overpower Peter staying here. Claus is large and in charge, as Stitches will not get the hook. Tithel coming on in. Jet Propulsion onto 2, but they kill the Gul'dan, and Jurassic cleans up, killing the Alexstrasza. They do get the kill onto Jaina, but Asterisk is still up, and this is a 4v3. This is not a situation they want to keep. A nice pull back from Claus. The blind. There is the root. They get Tithel and say goodbye to the 4th member of Pridestark. So Pridestark Gaming coming on in. Tithel made a good rotation. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. A Jurassic and crew basically just focused on the backline. And the big problem for Gul'dan is when he uses Echoed Corruption, it's a long cooldown. If he doesn't get the damage onto the targets that need to die, you don't have damage output pretty much at all for another, I believe it's 14 seconds. We're gonna double check here. Yeah, 14 seconds. 14 seconds is a hell of a long time to wait before your damage comes back online, or your majority of your damage comes back online. So at that point, the fight was lost essentially for Pridestark because Peter took a little bit of damage and Asterisk took the rest of it. And Asterisk never was the focus there. So the rotation from Pridestark Gaming really on point. Peter spotting this out as well. Not going to be able to get in on time. The team does rotate down a little bit late to be able to try and contest it. But now is when they really need to go and ensure that they can get this. However, this camp here is really putting a hurting on their rotation into this objective. And they also don't have positioning. It's already at 21. They're really going to have to go hard and fast into this. Skigum looking for the flank. Tithel coming on in. Going to hit only one onto Alette. Skigum still looking for. Stay a while and listen. The blind coming on out. The Ring of Frost. The X-Strike coming on out. Not going to do much of anything there. French on the backside draining all of Santa's gifts into his own pockets, into his trust fund. And Peter, however, well, Peter is going to be turned into Chop Suey as Skigum comes on in from the back. So, a nice attempt there. Nice ring. But no one actually died of a value there. Oh, Peter way out in left field. Where is he? He's on another planet, getting the overpower, getting the charge, but it's not going to matter as he's going to be sent to a very early grave. Now, taking a look, he lost all his souls over there. They lost that Diablo. He came back. Oh, nice hook on over from Claus. Tithel, say goodbye. Oh, no. He stays alive in part thanks to that bunker. Jurassic going to be executed here by Skigum, and the stay a while and listen not coming out in time to save him. So Claus tried to make the play, but essentially debated his own team, as at that point, well, he just dropped the bunker, sat in it for a while, popped on out, popped back in, and well, nothing happened to him. So Punisher is down for the count. A lot of value for Pridestark Gaming. I mean, they've gotten a tower and a wall down. They have the fort down. And now they can potentially end the game with the next bottom Punisher if the game should go that long. Now, bot lane, picking up them mercs. Map is mostly painted blue at this point, and really Pridestark Gaming is just going to play the slow game, or should be playing the slow game, where they just go and get what they can. In this case, they're going to poke down the fort, as no rotation coming from White Walkers here. They still have an even talent here, so I'm surprised that no one rotated up. The hook coming on out, not even close. Pridestark Gaming going to walk away without any fear. So this is a 13 versus 11 situation. I'm not sure they actually want to take this. The Condemn on in Jurassic really far on out there. He comes on back in the Ring of Frost. They execute Gul'dan. Jurassic will be down. The Valkyrie came out nonetheless. Skigum will be able to get on out. And the poke from Alet's. Oh my god! Did he intend to actually do that, Asterisk? Oh my god, he fat fingered it. He had to have. Skigum taking a lot of damage. Lightning Breath has just come out. They took him down. They took Skigum down. No stay on listen. No problem. The hook on back onto Tithel. The charge. Richard Gere has nothing left to help him with. Tithel does get the jet propulsion, and no hook available for another few seconds. Claw's going to look for it. The slow. She might be able to get it. No. They walk away. They walk away. Now, they pick up their own camp. Pridestark Gaming getting caught out there. I mean, Stay a While and Listen was burned for zero reason. And it wasn't even available for that engagement, their re-engagement. So it's very unfortunate that they still lost Skigum there. This is going to be very crucial for White Walkers. If they don't win this one, I don't know if they'll be able to recover. Even if they get kills. The reason for that is there's a wall there. There's a wall there. There's a wall there. Except for the gate. There's a lot still standing, which means they have a lot of distance to cover. Nice hook from Claws. Ironskin comes on out. Peter wasting that shadow charge, taking a boatload of damage, and the charge from Tithel not going to do too much. But Hollis has been sent on back in, but he looks perfectly fine. A beautiful Ring of Frost coming on out. They are trying to kill French. Hollis will be going down. Diablo has gone down. Claus has the tap available. Will stay on up. Asterisk using it. Sail well, and Tithel has been brought back into the pool party, and Stitches just wanted to play, and they send themselves both to a watery grave. So Diablo's still not up because he doesn't have the souls. Alet's doing some work here, poking as much as he can. Skigum does have the deflect available, has burnt it now. Skigum going on to Alet's. Alet's trying to turn back onto Skigum. X-Strike going to do some work. Alet's will manage to survive. Jurassic, however, Jurassic will be going down. And what a back and forth. So we do have Diablo back in the fray. They did lose Cassia, and this is a 5v4 once again. Now, let's take a look at some of these. 99 souls. 99 souls. If Diablo had the 100 souls there, they could have won that easily. Unfortunately, they didn't. We also still don't have the Frostbite completed. We do have the Fingers of Frost completed. No stack yet on the Devastating Charge. And 16 has come online now. And this might be the beginning of the end for White Walkers now. Without the 16s, they have to just let them take this, as they're also down Cassia. And the worst part is they have no gate to protect them from the leap, which means they have to give up this fort. If they fight for this fort, they will 100% lose, or should 100% lose, and might lose many members. And if they lose many members, they might lose the game right there. So Jurassic very far forward here. He needs to back on up. This is very dangerous. The poking that he's doing right now. I understand he wants to try and get as much damage in as he can, but this could be a game if he gets caught out. The leap on over, coming on to 2. Not perfect execution, but not the worst thing in the world. Jurassic is actually the one kind of getting on back. We got 1 tower down, gate down, 2nd tower about to fall, but Punisher is going to be going down very shortly here. And White Walkers are still in this. They've kept it close enough that they will hit 16. And because they have hit, or will hit 16, they will be able to fight on equal footing for the very next objective. And when they do, well, this will be really their deciding moment of how this game will end. Will they potentially make the comeback? Will they just go down in flames this game, having taken no structures? We'll find out very shortly here. They obviously have gotten some good engagements and have gotten some kills, but it's very back and forth overall between both teams, each taking a trade in their favor every other fight. So anything's possible. They're looking to collapse on in. Jurassic, once again, pretty far forward, but he should be okay. So there is a lot of merc camps they have to clear up between mid pushing in, bot pushing in, and then also top wave, because they have no towers to help defend against them. And so eventually it'll just be marching on into their keeps. So here comes the resident sleeper moment, or for me, the resident blep. Very nice rotation here. They saw where they were on the map and are 5 manning the bruiser camp. Remember, when you see people on the map, don't be afraid to do things that are across the map, because as a team, you can do things fast. As a few individuals, you cannot do them fast. So do it as a team, and you can do greedy things like this. Or, well, I guess it's technically not very greedy if they did it without even having to take a second to stop to think about it. And at this point, they're going to just hold the camp, which is the right thing to do. You steal your opponent's camp because, well, you're not going to get really much value out of it, and they keep vision, so you know, take the camp whenever you're able to. And at that point, they get nothing out of their journey across the map. Oh, nice hook on back. The Iron Skin does pop. They won't be able to do too much here. Peter does dodge most of it. Skigum coming on in with the E, and he has a good angle where Diablo cannot shadow charge him at all. Peter very far forward, getting onto Hollis, will be able to back on out. French coming and looking for it. The Horrify coming on out. The Ring of Frost going to capture no one. And we already have Cassia, who's down. Asterisk trying to back on up. Trying to use Sail Ball. Listen, it won't matter. Slicing and dicing. Temporarily suspended as Peter has burnt Skigum to a crisp. Claws trying to take Blaze back behind the wall. Not going to happen in time. But it didn't even matter because he still has that bunker available. Now, I think this is the end right here for White Walkers. White Walkers are down 2 members. They have no way to defend against this. Skigum is 100% unneeded to do the actual shrine. Additionally, he doesn't do a lot of siege damage, Genji. He's there to finish people off. This is an 18-minute immortal at this point, which means that, well, this is going to do quite a lot of damage. And with the backing of Gul'dan, Blaze, Johanna, Alexstrasza, they can push in very aggressively here. And I'm going to take a quick peek, and we do have Dragon Queen also available, which means that, well, they can fight under the core with Dragon Queen. And at this point, they're also picking up simultaneously the Merc camp. So clear out these camps, get as much pressure with the waves simultaneously as they can. They have a wave coming on in, they have the Merc camp, and they have the Punisher. This is going to be hell of a lot of pain that they're about to experience very, very shortly here. Nice hook onto Gul'dan. This might actually be what they need to try to save the game. French going to not be caught out. Get into the bunker in time. Stay a while and listen. Doing absolutely nothing. The asterisk root coming out a little too early. The Horrify coming on out. The X-Strike Jurassic being executed. And Claws will be sent back to the North Pole. And at this point, Punisher finishing off the keep. All 5 members of Pridestark up. And this is the end for the White Walkers. Now, Alette's going to be finished off here very shortly. Has nowhere to go. And, well, that combo that got messed up between Asterisk and Claws might have actually cost them that game. It was a beautiful hook from Claws that may have been, the saving grace for that game. Unfortunately, the root didn't come out in time, and or the stay a while and listen didn't come out in time. So both of those tools didn't come out as they actually needed to. Stay a while and listen would have potentially stopped the blaze. Of course, that's not a guarantee either. The root would have kept him from going, depending on where plays dropped the bunker and if he could click on it. But of course, the combo missed, and we can't tell 100% what happens in that. But obviously, missing everything is the opposite of being able to win. So looking at the damage numbers, French on top of this game, Skigum and Toe, very close DPS numbers. And really, Jaina didn't do enough for him that game. And you can see Stitch is putting out roughly the same damage. We have Johanna and Blaze doing more damage than the Jaina overall that game. We look at the healing output. Alex Straza, just so much healing. Can't beat the Dragon. And finally, a ton of tanking done by Peter. And the rest of the tanks all roughly similar. So congratulations to Pridestark Gaming. They've done their fans and I guess the den proud as they walk away with a win and really look a lot better from game 2 in terms of their execution. So we'll be back for our second series of the night, which will be Lurk Patrol versus Make 7 Up Yours. Or I guess I should say it more appropriately, which is essentially Make 7 Up Yours. And you will all get to enjoy the replays in the meantime, so sit on tight as we get ready for the next series. So we're going to see pretty much the usual stuff. Thunderstroke, we have Heavy Slam, Fingers of Frost, and Feast on Fear. The hook coming on out, not going to catch anyone out there at this moment. We also have Hold Your Ground. So